got the frame screwed in, so we've got the 2 screws this side and 2 screws the other side there, so that's got that transaxle assembly bolted into the main chassis, and the nano board and the transmitter, sorry, not the transmitter, the receiver is bolted. The frame that holds those, the subframe, is bolted through the 2 holes at the back of the chassis, and these arms coming off will fix the rear panel. I've got the potentiometer fixed onto the steering head, and I'm just going to run some tests now with the steering rod. So the steering rod will go in through there, through that hole there, and connect up onto the screw thread, and then once that's connected, then I'll put a servo tester on. So I'll just jumper a servo tester onto the wire there, the main feed. Next stop will be to connect the servo up, and then we'll just run a test on the motor itself to make sure the screw thread's turning the right way and this is reacting in the right way. Then I'll connect up the steering rod and we'll do a retest with it all in one, all as one, as it were. So it's just a shot of it. I'll give you a shot of it underneath as well, where you can see how much has been removed from the original body. So basically it's cut virtually all the body out, leaving the outside edges, and I've left that little tab there in place so that later on I can fit a cover underneath, and I've got a fixing point. So I've got the servo tester connected up, ready to go, and so I'm coming off the main distribution board inside the dumper, and I've tapped into the signal wire for the servo driver, which is down here. So I've just got the one servo connection on the servo tester, so I can connect the battery up now, power it up. Okay, so I can hear the motor turning, so let's turn the head. Okay, so the motor is turning. I think it's the correct way. Let's see. So if I turn slightly to the left, then as the steering head, is that right? Not sure whether I've got that the right way. Let's try. Yeah, I think that's the right way. It's a bit disorientating at the moment because I haven't got the final link connected, but see if I can get a shot of this underneath. I don't know whether the camera's actually going to make it out, but there is the screw thread. Okay, so if I turn the steering, it's it's reversing its direction as I'm turning the steering. So I think it's working the right way, but I won't know for sure until I get the steering link connected up through, so I'll do that next. Okay, so now I've got the steering rod connected. It's powered up. I've got the servo tester set in midway position, so it should be 1500 milliseconds, I believe. The head center position is slightly out. It's looking slightly to the right. Now there's a couple of ways out of that. I can take this pot off, extract the drive pin that's in the top and move it round a little bit and put it back together, or I can trim it out on the radio once it's all connected. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave him be at the moment and trim it out further down the line. So I'll just run through the left and right. So if I put that back onto manual, he's twitching a little bit, but if I turn the dial to the right, he'll move the steering head out to the right and back to the left again. So if this was sprung loaded to a centre position, same as a joystick, I'll be able to turn wherever I want, and then it will return back to the straight ahead position. So that will be on the final sort of trimming out of when it's all together, all as one. But it's just showing you the basic principles of how this is working and how this is tied in with the motor drive. If I carefully pick this up a minute, you can see the steering rod and the steering housing, so I shall have a bit of a play around so we can see how it's working, how it's giving us the steering. So that's full left hand lock, and somewhere around about there is full right hand lock, and anywhere in between.